Alright, this is GWE, and we got a couple bats lined up, and we're going to kind of go over them. He's going to pick them out, tell me what he likes about them, what they are, what we use them for, that type of thing. So go ahead, grab one.
So this is my Marucci Trey Turner model. I like it, and we use it for is to find the sweet spot and work on contact. Because if I don't get the sweet spot, I just get my hands shake like crazy and it hurts. So I use it to practice finding the sweet spot.
Gives you some feedback, doesn't it, on your hands? It's got a big handle too, right? So it's kind of balanced. It's a heavy bat, but it's kind of balanced. But you do pretty good with it.
And this is my Combat. I like the paint scheme on it, and it has a massive barrel. So if I'm not finding the barrel, I'll use it in a game or something. But other than that, it's also super end loaded, so it's harder to get it around, and it's a drop 3.
Yeah, and if we got some slower velo, we're working up because eventually, as we get older, our bats get heavier. Eventually, BB core, you have to use a drop 3. So we're working our way up, but we'll trick you up a little bit, don't we? So if you're getting too far ahead of a ball because the pitcher's pitching too slow, we'll just kind of throw that in your hands. It slows your swing up a little bit, and you make pretty good contact with that, being as heavy as it is and stuff like that. But it's a good bat. Actually, it's a really good bat. I wish they would make it in a smaller size, but you never know.
And this is my drop 3 30-inch bone saver. I like it because if I hit the sweet spot, which I rarely do because the sweet spot's so small, and it's super balanced, but the sweet spot, if you hit it, it just goes flying even though it's super small.
Yeah, it's a lighter, well-balanced bat. Even though that's a drop 3, you're swinging it pretty good because it is a balanced bat.
It feels like this drop 5 almost, because this one's a bit end loaded.
That one's, a little more end loaded.
Balanced. Then this is my 31-inch drop 5 U-Trip Supra. I like the paint scheme a lot. It's a bit end loaded. I've been using it for a while. I've liked to get end loaded, a little bit end loaded bats, but this one has a ton of end load. It's not too bad. It's pretty balanced, but for, let's say, younger players, I would say this is definitely an end-loaded bat.
Yeah, and what did we notice about that when we're doing when you were on HitTrax?
Compared to all these, my velo is 60 to 55, high 50s to low 60s. But this is 65 to maybe 75, so that's a 15-mile increase.
Yeah, depending on the hit. So
Yeah.
your USA bats, you'll hit 60, 65 usually.
Yeah.
And then with that one, it's an instant 10 to 15 mile an hour increase just by switching the bat.
Yeah.
It's this kind of, is it a cheater bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheater bats pretty much.
And then this is my Rawlings Icon 2026 USA Drop 5 31. I don't like using it because, I like using it. It's just.
It's a good bat. You like using it.
Yeah, but I'm facing faster velo, and it's made of carbon fiber, and I broke this same bat.
And that's your warranted one, right?
Yeah.
So we use it a little bit, but the thing is we're afraid because we want to use the same bat all the time in games that if we have a broken bat, we're going to lose out. And we got to switch up bats. It's going to throw us off. If we had 2 of those, we would probably game it.
But we only have 1.
But like I said, now right now you're probably seeing 50 mile an hour, maybe 60s, depending on the game. And what's happening is we're trying to work up in the cage. As you get older, we're trying to work ahead. So every once in a while we'll drop some 70 mile an hour in there, and that's where we crack that bat. So that's what we're doing is basically we want something he can use all the time and not have to worry about it breaking. So, and that's that Select bat right there. You can pick it up and tell them all about it.
So this is a older bat. It's before you probably know Select Power. It's 2018 Select Louisville Drop 531. This is my gaming bat because it's a bit on the end loaded side, but I still get my swing through pretty quick. It's just full on good feel. I believe it's one of the first years they did USA bats.
Second year. So 2017 they started USA certification. So that's a 2018. So that's like a year after, and it's a Select. And newer bats are Select Powers. But it's got a good contact spot, huh? It's got a lot of contact, doesn't it?
I remember I've hit some pretty far balls. And
Yep.
with this bat, same as the Icon, this one feels a lot like the Icon in the Bone Saver, just this one's a bit more end loaded.
Now these bats, they're USA bats, and your exit velo's 60 to 65 between the Select and the Icon. So they're paired up pretty good. I think the Icon has a bigger barrel for mishits. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hit good, but it means you're going to get some more contact.
Something I've noticed on the Icon, if you have trouble like bringing your hands in on the inside pitch, it's like less like painful on your hands because as you get older, pitches are going to throw lower and more inside to you. So if you have trouble getting your hands in, the Icon would be better for like BB core players if they get jammed a lot.
Somebody's just starting out in like a higher level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is the beater bat I found at Goodwill with my grandpa. It says it's 2012, and I was just swinging this. My swing time, or no, not swing time, but swing speed and seemed like exit velo was a lot higher with this beater bat. It should be 2012, and I remember in a movie called 12, it's a baseball movie, I remember they used this bat.
That was the bat to have.
Yeah.
Now, or at least in that movie it was. Now that's a BPF 1.15, right?
It's
It has a sticker on it. That's basically a USSSA is what that is.
yeah. It says 2012, approved play in Little League, approved for play in Babe Ruth Baseball, Dixie Youth Baseball, Pony Baseball, AABC.
So that was way before USA came around, right? Even SSSA. So that's BPF 115, which is pretty much what USSSA is now, I believe.
Yeah.
There's some minor changes, I guess. But out of all the bats, you've got two that you really like and that we do use in the game. Which ones are those?
Probably this one and this one.
That one and that one, right?
Yeah.
Now, you've used your combat, right?
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah.
You hit pretty good with it, right? Swing speed slows down a little bit.
Yeah. So if I'm facing like one of the better teams in my league, like the Dodgers or the Diamondbacks, I'll either be super late, send it to right field, and then have to hustle to get to second, or I'll have a really shallow hit.
Now that's the problem too. You'll have a really shallow hit sometimes because you'll be bending and torquing to get at that ball. You're number 2 hitter, right? So you're pretty much got to be contact hitter. You got to get on base.
Yeah.
Your most distance is probably with that combat, isn't it? Your longest distance, yeah.
No, it would be with the Keeter bat.
Well, yeah, besides that. But you can't use that in the game.
Yeah.
So, but you do like that combat, right? You wish they would make it a smaller size, right?
Yeah, if they made it in the 30, it would definitely be more beneficial.
Definitely 30. We choked up on it a little bit, and
I did a lot better.
you did a lot better.
I was hitting more like 60 mile an hour instead of like high 50s.
Now our league's a little bit different, not to even mention the league, but our league's a little bit different where they allow the majors to use USA and BB Core. Now the only limiting factor with BB Core is they just don't make a shorter bat. So they start out usually like 31. There's a couple that make some short bats, but
Bone Saber is one of the companies that do it.
yeah, they make a shorter bat. So that's why we kind of tried that out. That's a 30. So that's 1 inch shorter with a drop 3. But we're going to do some slow-mos of each bat, take a couple hits, and then we're kind of going to go over them and see what the differences are, see how they change our swings up, and we'll get back at you.